Well, let's now speak to Victor Otieno, who's the Managing Director at Viffa Consult, to better understand these tax proposals. Victor, thanks for your time on this. The public outcry that's been seen in Kenya, why do you think that is the case, considering tax proposals were read across East Africa?
I think Kenya is unique in the sense that if you look at poverty rates, it's over 30%. We have close to 1 million young graduates who come to the labor market annually. So it tells you that from an economic perspective, Kenyans are really pressed, and the backs are actually on the wall.
What do you think was the reasoning behind some of the proposals that touch on bread, edible oils, diapers, motor vehicles? What impact would there have been if these proposals sailed through?
I think the pressure from government is to be able to close the fiscal deficit that has been growing over the years. So I think now is a point of desperation where they are going to tax even items that would not have been taxed. The impact of that is that, of course, inflation would immediately shoot up, because these are the basic items that your average citizen uses. So that would be actually very detrimental to the normal life of a typical Kenyan.
Well, one of the other proposals, Victor, that had been on the table was to give the Kenya's Revenue Authority access to private bank and mobile money accounts to really check who's being truthful with their declaration and who isn't as well. But some have raised questions about data protection. What are your thoughts on this? Because I know your organization looks at that.
That's actually a blatant violation of the Constitution Section 13, which gives every Kenyan protection of their data in whatever sphere. I think it's a shortcut in terms of, and it's a desperation to be able to expand the tax base by using measures that, typically a normal government would not have done it. I think the best option for government is just to be able to support and incentivize the economy through investing in sectors that can be able to support economic growth, rather than just trying to, tax what is already existing.
I want to refer you to a tweet by an elected Kenyan leader this afternoon who said that there are two ways out of Kenya's economic challenges. You either pay debts now or you pay them later. The question is, what option do economies like Kenya have as they try to navigate between promises made to the people vis-a-vis the debt obligations?
The challenge we've had as a country is our economic output, or GDP, has grown largely by public sector financing, with the private sector not playing a key role in terms of economic growth.
Effectively, government spending.
That primarily is the problem. So I think it is now time for really government to focus on investing in sectors that can be able to increase economic output, SMEs, startups, manufacturing, agro-processing, etc.
Victor Otieno, the Managing Director at Viffa Consult, thank you so much for speaking with us on Focus on Africa.